Good evening. My name is Rod Beidler. I'm the former Director of World Missions for the Navigators and also the former President and CEO of an international human resource development organization. I'll be 74 in 7 weeks. I have not yet retired. I'm also old enough to remember when the predecessors of Missio Nexus each had an organizational accreditation program. In those days, before ECFA came into existence, IFMA and EFMA icons on your letterhead or brochures was the same as the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. I've lost 2/3 of you already, and 90% of those who understand that reference are female. If you're a male, we should talk. That icon meant that an organization had been tested and found approved and worthy of a donor's or a donor church's support. In 2012, the organizations merged, and when the merger occurred, the accreditation concept went to the side. Who needed it? We already had the ECFA, and our primary mission in Missio Nexus was to train leaders, not to accredit organizations. In late 2016, the idea of accreditation resurfaced, and Ted Essler and Marv Newell here began to talk with some of us elders about the idea. We agreed that there were more standards of excellence in world missions than financial standards. For example, the organization's purpose, its governance, its execution, its human resource management, its leadership, and how it related to its stakeholders. In 2017, we began to formulate a set of rigorous accreditation standards, and 1 year ago, yesterday, at this very place, we assembled our first team of peer reviewers and sought an organization with which to beta test the process. The Missio Nexus Accreditation Initiative had been launched. I'd like to recognize my colleagues on that team. They're seated here near the front. Albert Heel of Northern Canada Evangelical Missions, Elmer Lorenz of TEAM. There's Marv Newell up here, and Phil O'Day of Avant, and Dr. Camille Bishop, who is with the University of Nations and currently teaching in Africa somewhere. She's waving hello. The organization chosen as the beta organization, which we also initially referred to as the guinea pig, was Christar US. And after hundreds of hours of work by Christar and the peer review team, Christar received the unanimous, enthusiastic support and approval of our team. And here to receive the very first Missio Nexus seal of accreditation for Christar is its U.S. Director, Dr. Stephen Coffey.
I'll take this. And before we sit down, we want to extend an invitation to each one of you organizational members of Missio Nexus, and that's 253 of you, to join the process as well. If you go online to the website you see on the slide, you will see the 7 standards of excellence listed. You will see a little application form that you send in to us, and then we take it from there. So we would love to see this coming year several of you, many of you, to also go through the accreditation process. Thank you. We do need some peer reviewers to help us with the process, so if you're interested in being a peer reviewer, we would love to hear from you as well. Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, God bless. Thank you.